For my archive, I collected covers of If, a science fiction magazine that ran from 1952 to 1974, the peak years of the space race between the US and Soviet Union. I found that the covers could be classified into 4 different phases based on their year of publication. The 4 phases I determined were getting to space, planetary exploration, alien encounters, and human transcendence. The getting to space phase was characterized by an emphasis on spacecraft, the means of getting to the final frontier. In this cover from April 1955, we see this emphasis on a spacecraft whose design is very reminiscent of rockets of the time. The spacecraft is further emphasized with the contrasting of red on the blue oceans and white on the black of space. Although not many conventional spacecraft would have existed at the time, the foresight of the artist to base the design on rockets demonstrates the realistic of nature of science fiction predicting things in the not-too-distant future based on current understanding. The next phase, planetary exploration, began soon after the success of Sputnik 1. Now that space was reachable, science fiction turned to the idea of visiting other worlds, the covers of this era emphasizing planetary landscapes and discovery. The third phase, alien encounters, lasted most of the 60s following the announcement of Yuri Gagarin becoming the first man in space. Suddenly, the focus shifted to the idea of humans encountering aliens on the planets that they were exploring. This cover from February 1965 reveals some of the fears people had about aliens, featuring an enormous, bizarre beast terrorizing humans. The fact that the beast is destroying the spacecraft also symbolizes the fear people had about aliens halting further space exploration. The final phase, human transcendence, began with the American victory of landing astronauts on the moon. The sense of joy and victory from this event set the tone of humans in transcendent and cosmic settings, displaying a degree of control over the spaces they were inhabiting. In conclusion, we can see the space race heavily influenced science fiction of the era as they both evolved and progressed concurrently, giving credence to the idea that change is a criterial feature of the SF genre.